my thing to the first part. This is gonna be the second part, and I'm gonna go where I left off. Amar, whatever his name was, he actually gets killed by a monster in Beth's house, where her house, I guess, is like a morgue and a funeral home. So when mostly we see him getting out of the house, like he's confusingly dead. Actually, I think I forgot to mention, Liv's father gets attacked when Dion is with him in the middle of the woods. So, like, Liv's dad is attacked by one of the ghost faces, because we actually find out there's actually two killers. Two of the killers are actually not... It's... One of the killers, again, as I said, it's pretty obvious to kind of tell, because one of the killers actually, when talking to Dion, is like, you never treat me like a brother. And then we kind of find out it's not that hard to figure out, well, who's his other brother? Jay. Jay is one of the killers. And when we mostly find out Jay is the killer, we see who he killed and stuff. And then there is another killer involved, because Jay gets attacked from the other killer and actually is revealed to be one of the killers, but he doesn't tell who is the second killer. And that kind of goes on to a thing where it actually is a very complicated suit of who is the killer and what's happening. Plus, Jay didn't have a great motive to actually kill people or to go after his brother Dion, until we kind of find out actually by Dion talking to Liv, he's not actually Dion. He's Marcus.
What? What the fuck?
And then he kind of explains, his brother Dion, who actually died 8 years ago, was actually changed his costume with his brother Marcus. So Marcus had what Dion was wearing, and Marcus changed with Dion what he was wearing. So Dion had the sports suit on, like the football suit on, and Marcus had the Ghostface suit on. And they changed, so now Dion has the Ghostface mask and Marcus has the football thing on. And Dion was the one who died. So that's the great reveal. And the thing was, what I fucking hated, was that was much more surprising than the killers being revealed. Because Jay, how I found out was when he said, that's when you left Dion behind. So then that's when I was like, okay, it is Jay. I didn't really like the actor who kind of played him, even though I kind of liked him as the killer in a different suit of, imagine, I would just say I believed him much more than the other person, and I will explain that a little bit later. Okay, I will explain. But when Dion / Marcus finds out his brother Jay was the killer of all the time, he's like, why? And then he's like, because you took Dion's life, you took everything from him. And I guess one way how Jay found out he wasn't Dion is because Dion and actually Jay met before Marcus knew Jay met his brother. So meaning is their father, who's Jay's father and stepfather to Dion, brought both of them together and met each other. And when Dion died, actually, and when Jay met his brother again, who was Marcus, who was pretended to be Dion, I guess that's when he found out this is not the right kid I knew when I met him first. So that's, I guess, how Jay found out. Like, you don't seem right, Dion. Oh, I'm fine. Like, I guess that's how he found out, like, oh, you're not Dion, actually. You're pretending to be Dion to get much... Because as Marcus, who actually survived, has said, when he actually saw his mom at that night when the stuff went went wrong, his mother hugged him. He was the trouble one in the family, and Dion was the proud son who his mom loved, and blah blah. So I guess that was one thing why he kind of kept it as a secret. But he thought he was gonna get caught, but he never changed, and he never spoke up saying, "Actually, Mom, I'm not Dion, I'm Marcus." And that's kind of the thing with that, where it kind of made sense of why Jay got mad, but it wasn't a motive to be like, you know what, I'm gonna kill you because you're pretending to be my brother who's Dion, who just died 8 years ago. Like, I'm just about to kill your friends. How about that? But that was Jay's motive, and then we kind of find out when Liv and Beth goes to the school to find out who is the second killer. Beth says something pretty interesting to Liv, because Liv is trying to talk to Beth about, like, oh, who mostly died, and then Beth talks about, like, well, it said, I'm not gonna even try to say this guy's name. Amar, I just did. He died by a bone saw, and Liv mostly thinks, how would she know? Well, she mostly would probably have saw what killed him, probably. I don't know. But, Liv thinks Beth is the killer, so she whacks her in the head and locks her into a room until Dion comes, who's Marcus. And when we mostly see this, Liv is waiting for Dion / Marcus, and Marcus is like, what did you just do, blah blah. Beth kind of says, well, your girlfriend just whacked me because she thinks I'm the killer. Beth is the killer, actually. And then we kind of find out by almost a phone call for the cops, because Dion says, or Marcus says, I'm calling the cops, and we see a gunshot going through his phone to his kidney. So Beth shot him through the door to get out, and she reveals, or should I say Marcus, and then bad writing, and this is what I was like, okay, please tell us. Tell us how you know Dion wasn't Dion. How? Please tell us. Like, tell us. How did you not? How did you know? And then they do a poor writing where, oh, how can we give them both motives of killing? And then they kind of say, oh, Jay and Beth knew each other. So, and then they kind of explain, Beth was actually the one who actually nudged Jay to do the killings. Jay did about 3 to 4 killings. Luther, the first kid, TJ, the guy who he threw over the second story thing from the first episode. What else? So then she kind of talks about, like, you know, just like she knew because of Jay. Because Jay told her the same what he knew. And that was, again, just poor writing of just like, okay, that's how you both know then. And then we kind of got a better motive, I would say, for Beth than Jay. Jay wanted to just kill him because he was living a lie. Beth kind of says, I was born as a psychopath. I dreamed of this, to actually kill people. And this is one thing I hate is, why do you think I love horror movies? Like, okay, fuck off. Just like, fuck off. And when mostly Beth says, like that, I'm like, okay, like, so your reasoning is you're a psychopath and you just wanted to kill people. And this was one line is, why, like, I'm not gonna let Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees have all the fun. Like, oh, okay, psychopath. That's what it should be. But she was the one who I didn't believe as the killer. Not as, like, oh, she can't be the killer. No, like, when she was on screen, I couldn't see it. That's why I thought Jay was as a better killer. Because I could believe Jay as the killer in the suit and outside the suit. Even though he was like a fucking hustler. Even though that, yeah. But when Beth was in the suit, I was like, fucking A. Like, I didn't like her for that reason, because even Kim, I fucking hated. Kim, I wanted to be fucking dead. I would rather have Kim dead than fucking that guy who got the bone saw through him. Because why not? Like, I hated Kim. She didn't give a purpose. Like, it was poor writing. Like, oh, Kim was the one who would shoot Beth. Okay, you can have anybody else to shoot Beth. Are you kidding me? But yeah, poor writing for the third one too. I think the only good one of the episode is episode 2, because Luther died, and I think I enjoyed that fight scene a lot. And we see Manny die, and then we mostly see who she killed too. So she actually killed Shane, who was the dropout. She killed Manny, who was the brains, and she killed the cop at the hospital who was protecting Liz's father, and then she tried to kill Liz's father when Dion was there. So we kind of know a good amount of people who she did kill, and that kid who she was gonna have sex with, but then she didn't. So yeah. But then when we mostly find out, like, from her flashbacks, like, oh, I'm a born psychopath, blah, 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 I wanted to do this. She said it was always the plan to kill Jay, so she was gonna try to get away with it and blame it all on Jay. So she did a okay job as the killer, I guess. I never saw it as sold as her. Like, I didn't like her as the killer because she didn't sold it to me. Like, I want to have someone off of the stage and on the stage with the costume, and I want you to make me believe you were the killer. If I was in a movie, I would tell us friends, I want to believe off the movie and on the movie, I want to believe you're gonna about to kill me in any second. But in Beth's thing, she is mostly, so as I think I told you, Dion gets shot, so he's in the library until Beth is mostly chasing Liv, and towards on the building of the school, she mostly says, like, oh, this is who I killed, this is my purpose, I guess. And she wastes time. She wastes time for Dion to get up there and hit her in the head with his helmet. And what she says, not fair! I was about to kill Liv! Like, bitch, if this was a horror movie, I'm not gonna fucking talk. I'm about to say a word or two and just stab your ass. Not your ass, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so Beth gets hit in the head twice because Liv picks up the helmet again and says, shut up, Beth! Well, actually, no, sorry. Dion says, shut up, Beth. And then Liv grabs the helmet again and says, he says, shut up! And then just hits her again. And then she falls through the glass, I believe, into the gym. And, then we see Kim. Now again, this was stupid. I don't know why they had Kim in this. I never really wanted, like, I think it was poor writing. Like, oh yeah, we need someone to shoot someone. Okay, who can we have? We can have Kim. Okay, but that was so, like, Kim was never my favorite. Manny was one of my favorites until he died. Dion was a pretty interesting character, but Kim was the one who shot Beth to death. And, yeah. So, Kim had, like, only a few scenes in different episodes, I guess. But I never liked Kim. I wanted her to dead. I wanted her to die. But when we mostly see, like, okay, yeah, she kind of figured it out by the words what Beth used. Because Beth, I guess, called her. And I guess Kim figured it out, like, oh, Beth was the only one who always wanted me to leave. And, so she figures out, okay, it's probably Beth then. And she comes and she says, well, the killer always comes back for more, and whoever comes up is Beth trying to kill someone with an axe, and Kim just shoots her. That's the end. Okay. Thanks. But yeah, I guys hope you enjoy this review of Season 3 of Scream. It didn't really end that well. I didn't really like the ending. I wasn't really surprised. But if you guys enjoy, hit the like button. If you do enjoy, hit the subscribe button if you are a brand new subscriber to my channel. If you hit the bell to get any of my notifications, you can do that to get any of my notifications.